Jyoti, would you like to share your experience?
Sir, yesterday night I tried new pattern in crochet. Uh, During meditation, uh, that pattern is clear. Have more doubts in the pattern. Meditation is clear, but I pull my thoughts and concentrate in my breath.
Hmm. Okay. Right. So when you say pattern is clear, what is that?
Sir?
You said some pattern is clear. What is that pattern is clear?
Uh, Actually, yesterday night I doing a crochet back pattern.
Okay.
Uh,
Crochet.
uh, I have a lot of confused. I'm not clear in that pattern. During meditation, I clear that new idea, and that time during meditation time, some என்ன சொல்றது ஒரு போய் டக்குன்னு எடுத்து அந்த குரோஷேவை ட்ரை பண்ண அப்படிங்கிற அப்படின்னு ஒரு தாட் தோணுச்சு.
Okay.
அதுக்கப்புறம் இப்போ மெடிடேஷன் பண்ணும், ப்ரீத்திங்ல கான்சன்ட்ரேட்டா ப்ரீத் பண்ணு.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So in meditation, two things uh, that will happen. One is clarity, getting clarity from confused state of mind. So it's not only for you, Jyoti, it's for everyone. So one is
Okay.
clarity from the confused state of mind. So
Yes.
how this clarity settles in is the mind becomes calmer and stiller. Otherwise, it is so noisy. The conscious mind keeps on chattering with a lot of thoughts.
Okay.
So once we sit for meditation, it becomes calmer and calm. Yeah, that's what you have been experiencing with respect to the clarity of pattern.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So the other experience that I hear from Shakuntala is thoughts. I don't remember the thoughts. So check it. Is it that you don't remember the thoughts or thoughts are not there? Means your experience is somewhere uh, with respect to the meditative state.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while we meditate, we have our experience. So we are used to be with the thoughts. So if there is no thought, then the question is what is happening to me? If there is no thought at that moment, what is happening? So that's an interesting space. Almost all the times we are used with our thoughts. So in the initial stages of meditation, for the beginner, one is very much used to this constant thinking process. There's a lot of desires, wants, and expectations, and which needs to be satisfied or which needs to be fulfilled. And so for them, when they come with that, their only encounter is thoughts. They say that I want to be peaceful. Um, it takes time for some people for the thoughts to subside. For some, it becomes easy. So the reason for some it becomes easy is they can keep those thoughts, that is a kind of craving thoughts aside. But for others, uh, it is like they are into the trap. They have got into that particular cycle. Either they are in the past or they are in the future. So the simple thing in meditation is just leaving the thoughts aside, understanding that this is my expectation, this is my desire, this is my want, and for that moment, leaving it aside. And when we start with these small steps, slowly we disconnect from that thoughts. So by this, I'm not saying that you don't want to resolve all the pending issues or don't want to have any kind of goals in this life. It is simply that learn to use your mind to stop your thoughts and also experience yourself. So there is something called an experience. So in psychology, we call it as being. In or some calls it as self. In philosophy, they call it as soul, atma. So it's like that. So, for example, when you are doing any activity and when you are into it completely, you will not have any thoughts. When you are into it completely, in the sense when you are totally involved, when you are completely motivated and interested, you will not have any thoughts. It means you are absorbed in that experience. That's the whole thing. The moment thought comes, it means somewhere you are not involved into that particular action or the behavior or that particular situation. If you notice that the mind keeps generating some or the other things, this is not good, this is not in this way, it should have been gone in like this. So this awareness will settle. Because our mind is so noisy, okay, first thing is clarity. What is wanted thoughts? What is unwanted thoughts? Okay. When there is no clarity, there will be the action will not be of that much of sensible. Yeah. So the second thing that I would like to say is of the judgments that we have. One is the confusion where we wanted to have the clarity. The second one interesting thing is the judgments that we have about everything. You look around, we judge. And we judge our own self, our own action. Okay. And so meditation, when we observe, the first point we say, observe your thoughts. It means that you become aware of what kind of thoughts you are getting. And then see that thoughts. Okay. And then if you are getting into the thoughts, can you keep yourself out of the thought, means stepping out. and then checking whether that is a judgmental thought or there is a confusion in it, then it will be sensible. So the next step of meditation is this. First is observing the thoughts and then being with the breath so that the thoughts become lesser and lesser and lesser. The mind becomes silent. That is the first step. The second step is observing the thought and then understanding, oh, there are many thoughts on this particular aspect. And that's the reason I'm confused. And that's where you become aware about yourself. Oh, it means I am confused. That's called awareness. When there is judgment and the thought goes, oh, I am judging this, I am judging that, and this is my opinion, and this is my judgment. That is awareness. Like I close my eyes and then keep my hand on this laptop, I become aware it is smooth or it is rough. I become aware, and that's it. So until I come to in contact, I come in contact. The experience comes in contact with the senses. That is a kind of sensory awareness. And only by being in experience, there is an awareness. And the third step is getting our mind out of sleep. Because the mind becomes so tired by thinking, I want to sleep. You can give a name like tamasic, rajasic, sattvic. Okay. These are all identification of our states, where I am at a point in time. Okay. When I sit early morning, waking up early morning, initially it used to be like I have to fight myself out. Part of me will say, you can sleep, Jay. You have worked. You need to sleep. You can sleep. The part of me says, no, no, Jay, wake up. Meditation. You like meditation. Wake up. Okay. And then I give it for my sleep and for my pleasure. And then slowly it turned out saying to myself, no, 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 I'll meditate, even though sleep. So I show up for meditation and I used to sleep. Half time sleep, half time meditate. But the step forward is I show up for the meditation. I go over there. Okay. And now the next step is I started meditating. Okay, I do the ritual practice. What I have to do, I have to sit straight or whatever they say. If it's an Osho meditation, I'll do Osho meditation, no sleep. And that's the reason I got most engaged into it. Where will I sleep? Morning 1 hour time, no sleep. So I'm saying here, let's say morning I want to come and sit, and this steps happen. Okay. Nowadays it's not happening. The first two steps are not happening for me. The moment 5, I put my alarm by 5:20. Today I woke up by 4:30. And I felt happy, and I said to myself, yeah, I could wake up by 4:30. And I was I was so calm inside, and there was no kind of urgency. Okay, these are all side effects of meditation. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So now let us do the second piece of meditation. Okay. In this piece, what we will do is we will focus on this center. Let us leave all the names out. Okay. Let us leave all the names out. We will focus means you take your hand finger and then touch this place, wherever comfortable. You need to find out. For me, this place is comfortable. Okay, where it's not somewhere. You touch here, you will not be comfortable. You touch here, do you feel comfortable? Here, you feel comfortable. And somewhere in the point, somewhere in the point you feel comfortable. Okay. Each people have their own comfortable point, but somewhere it sets here, somewhere. Now touch, and it's called sparsha, no? Touch, and then feel it. Close your eyes and feel it. If you want, you can give a stronger touch. Now close your eyes, observe your breath, and uh, let your focus be here on the place that you touch. That's it. Whatever the thoughts come, let it come and let it go. Okay. So when the thoughts come, let it come. When the thoughts go, let it go. So if it is not going for some time, there is a technique. Release your hand. There is no need for you to keep touching. Once you touch, you know this place. That's the reason. Now, there's one more technique. We say, okay, let go. When the thoughts are holding you, when you see that your thoughts are holding you, thoughts cannot hold you. Okay, you are holding the thoughts, and because you are holding the thoughts, you say, let go. Okay, it's like you release it, or you say release, whichever works for. And then let's see what happens. Okay. So is it the awareness or is it the thought?
Uh, it's the awareness about the thought.
Uh, See, awareness is I have this thought or that thought. Disturbing is I had attached myself to that particular thought. Okay. Now it is like this. Someone has to give me money. I have not got the money yet. And I have asked that person for quite a long time. And that thought comes to me during meditation that this person have not given money. Then I have got attached to that. Okay. So at that time, that disturbs me. I'm looking for something today, and then I'm expecting that has to happen. Let's say a business deal has to close, and my expectation is there. And now the thought comes, if it closes the deal, how good it will be. Now I got attached to that thought. Not only that thought, a trail of other thoughts. If it happens, what all will happen? From there, my fantasy starts. How good my life will be. So awareness is, I'm aware that I get attached to this thought. First is I'm aware that there is a thought. And when in my meditation, what I have to do, three things I have to do. One thing is watching the breath, having my focus here. And then whenever there is a thought comes, I need to observe. If the thought I get attached to that, I'll say release or let go. Instead of doing this, I get attached to that particular thought. The moment I get attached to that thought, pain and pleasure will be there. So in all this, the awareness is there. What is the awareness? Oh, I got disconnected from my breath. Now I got attached to that thought. That is an awareness. I am thinking. That is an awareness. Now, in this particular thought, I had spent this much of time. That is an awareness. There are different levels of awareness. So, awareness is the same. There is different levels of awareness. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So, I see there are no questions now. So, we'll close 6:50 now. Namaskaram Mudra. Inhale. Oh. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति 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 नमस्ते